Hey, happy Friday! For those that don't know me, my name is Nikita Jervy of Kita's Peace, and I help those I connect with get their peace back by fostering deliverance, forgiveness, and love. And I am back with another effing Friday message. Yeah! I hope you're ready. Okay, today is Faithful Friday. Faithful Friday. Faithful, the word faithful is defined as loyal, constant, and steadfast or true to the facts. Again, faithful is defined as loyal, constant, and steadfast or true to the facts. The first thought that comes to mind when I think about the word faithful are relationships. Most people, when in any type of relationship, your requirement for relationships is faithfulness. You want, especially intimate relationships, you expect your bestie to be loyal. You expect your parents to be constant. You especially expect your spouse to be faithful and to stick with you through the thick and thin. That is faithfulness. 1 Corinthians 1:9 says, God is faithful, comma. So just pause there for a second. God is faithful, comma, through whom you were called into fellowship with his son, Jesus Christ. So basically, God is faithful. And basically, because of his faithfulness, we get to have a relationship with his son, Jesus Christ. And God is more faithful than any bestie, parent, or spouse. And aren't you glad about it? I know I am. Because although being faithful is usually a reciprocal gesture in any relationship, you're just as much as you expect your bestie to be loyal, they probably expect the same thing. And you want your parents to be constant, your parents expect you to be constant as well. And then obviously your spouse expects you to be as faithful, if not more, than they are. So, faithfulness is a reciprocated gesture, but aren't you glad that God does not hold us to those same standards all the time, because he is faithful to us even when we're not faithful to him. 2 Timothy 2:13 says, if we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself. God cannot go against his word, the things that he put in his word, the promises that he made to be with us, to stay with us, to love us, that nothing can separate us from his love. He can't go against that. So he is faithful to us, even when we're faithless. Yeah. He's faithful. He's faithful. He's faithful. Somebody needs to hear this in their spirit. He is faithful. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, he is faithful. And the word faithful, this message, it just like the outside of the relationship thought, the thing that came to mind was the song Waited by Travis Green. I'm going to sing it for you guys because it's such a beautiful song, and it talks about how God is faithful, how faithful he is to us. So, you called out my name, knew my past, covered my shame. This amazing grace that you've shown, so patiently you've shown, so patiently, and you waited for me, just for me. Oh, you waited for me, just for me. Aren't you glad about it? Aren't you glad that he waits? He waits for us. Oh my God. God is faithful. He is so faithful that he will patiently pursue us, even when we intentionally choose sin. Now, this is not a license to stay in sin, because there are consequences for our actions, but it's a reality check of how we don't always hold up our end of the stick. We're not always reciprocating the gesture for God's faithfulness. 1 Thessalonians 5:24 says, "Faithful is he who calls you, and he will also bring it to pass." God is calling you. You are alive today because he called you. He's created you to fulfill a purpose, and it's your job to answer. It's your job to walk in that purpose that he created you for. It is your job to reciprocate God's faithfulness. This week, I am charging you guys to be intentionally faithful in every relationship you deem valuable. Keep your promises. Be on time. Be constant to your parents and to your children. Be a loyal best friend and spouse. But more importantly, be a faithful child of God. Be faithful to talk to him every morning. Get up. Make an appointment. Keep your appointment with God to talk to him. Be faithful in your service to his kingdom. Be faithful in your love for his people. Okay, so I charge you guys. I pray that you guys will be faithful this week to God and to others. I pray that this blessed you. I am Nikita Jervy, the Peace Promoter. Follow me on all social media at Kita's Peace. That's one word, KITASPIECE. And come back next week for another Effin' Friday message. Until then, I love you. Have a great weekend.